In a recent video, we looked at a very basic 101 entry and introduction to Ashi Garami and the Irimi Ashi Garami, where we're facing our partner. This is the standard leg entanglement that we use as a setup to some of our more advanced and intricate leg lock setups. So Irimi Ashi Garami, when we are looking at it initially, is we can start from our partner standing, or if you're just beginning and you're not that confident with leg locks, you can have your partner down on one knee with a leg extended here so that you don't have to have as much confidence in bringing your hip up. You'll build that eventually. So when we're faced with a partner here, we begin with a leg on the inside. We're going to take our knee behind our partner's knee so we can hold our partner's ankle, hold our partner's leg, and draw our body through. And the key here is we want to make sure that our knee goes behind our partner's knee here, okay? Then we like to clamp our legs initially so that we have a control over our partner's leg. Our outside leg passes so that we have our heel resting on our partner's hip and our toes turned to the outside. Okay, so this is our Irimi Ashi Garami. If he rotates, we'll do the entry one more time. So like a 45 here, yeah. So your partner has one leg up. Your leg goes inside. You can hold your partner's knee in their ankle, or you can hold a little higher. We're going to draw our body through until our knee goes around the corner. Then we're going to bring our knee here behind our partner's knee. So initially we have a bite on our partner's leg, and then we pass a leg over the top so that we have control of our partner's hip. Our two knees clamp together so that we have contact here, and our partner's knee is in front of our hips, okay? If our partner's knee is behind our hips here, he has the ability to rotate his knee, and then from here he can slip his knee and he can exit the Ashi. What we want to have is our partner's knee here visible to us, controlled by our legs, okay? So, out of this position, we saw that we can sweep our partner. We have a couple of different sweeps here. When we want to enter into heel hook positions, there are a number of ways of doing that. Today we're going to look at a very basic entry out of this Irimi Ashi Garami that's going to give you some confidence in transitioning and going to build the skill of holding on to your partner's leg here, okay? So, we'll start from a little bit of a different angle, so we have a little more room to roll. Okay, so your partner is here. You're going to shoot the leg through. You're going to draw your body up into this Irimi Ashi Garami position your knees controlling. Okay. Normally, we have our toes turned to the outside. All right. No-gi, we can reap the leg. So that means that we can pass our top leg here to our partner's far hip. What that's going to do is it's going to cause our partner's knee to rotate internally. It's going to turn them down towards the floor here. At the same time, it's going to turn his heel up to the ceiling, and this is the heel exposure that we're looking for. We're going to gather up our partner's heel, we're going to lock our hands, and we have the beginnings of the heel hook, right? If he doesn't move, or if he tries to come back in, he's going to put pressure on his leg, and we'll have the submission, okay? We'll have the heel hook right from here. But most people understand that when there's pressure going in this direction, that it makes sense to alleviate the pressure by their turning in the direction of the lock. So as we start to go here, he'll look to almost turn his back to me in order to be able to start to alleviate the pressure. When this happens here, we focus on keeping our legs tight and controlling our partner by scissoring our legs. As he goes to roll, he's going to put his outside shoulder on the mat. We're going to roll through, and we're going to follow our partner into this position here. Now, you'll notice that initially our legs are in the same position that they were before. The only difference is now that the reaping leg, the leg that had gone out to the side, is now back where it started. Okay, we're not going to change this position. We're going to pass our inside leg to the outside, and then we're going to switch our legs so that we can cross our ankles here, and we have now a version of the outside Ashi. You'll notice that his leg is slightly bent. We're up on our elbow. Our partner's heel is exposed. When we're ready to finish, we're going to drive our hips forward. We're going to bring our hands up towards our chin. And now from here, you have the finish that you need for outside Ashi. One of the reasons that we really like this as a drill is because it teaches you how to go from kind of a classic Irimi position to an outside Ashi. It teaches you to go from a position where you're usually locking up the Achilles lock to one where you're locking up the heel hook, okay? So, from initial position, your partner here, you could also be standing, it's the same. We're going to drop our body here into the original position with one leg inside, one leg outside. Then we're going to turn our foot out in this direction. Our two knees turn, so our partner's knee turns. The heel is going to come up to the sky, and we're going to lock our hands. Now we're going to continue to roll. when you're first learning to do this, make sure that you're not jacking your partner's heel here. All right, this is gentle, steady pressure all the way, so that he's got a chance to rotate and not get stuck. So look, as he rolls, it's very important here that we follow his roll. How do we do that with our hands locked? Well, we roll up onto our shoulder. You'll put your forehead on the floor, and as he goes, we go as well. Now we land here on the outside. We take our inside leg out, we cross, we draw our heels back, and now we're in a position with our head high here where we can finish our rotation here on the heel hook. So if you're just getting started with heel hooks or you're trying to kind of work your way through the leg lock positioning, this is a very good one to start with. You have your entry with a partner who's not resisting too much. He's up on one knee, one leg is extended. You have an experience of controlling the Irimi Ashi Garami. Then you have an experience of passing that leg across, getting the heel exposure, and starting to work the rotation. The guy on the top, or girl on the top, has a chance to turn their body and experience the feeling of the heel hook without too much pressure. They get a chance to alleviate it, and then as the person who is the Tory, the person who's doing the technique, you get a chance to feel where you land. There'll be plenty of chances to tighten this up. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to try to answer them. If you have questions, let us know. If you like this video, share it, let other people know about the channel, and we'll keep going, okay? Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.